There's plenty of outrage online after a Florida woman was arrested for allegedly threatening her insurance company. 42-year-old mother of three was arrested after police said that she had ended a call to her insurance company, BlueCross BlueShield, with the words delay, deny, depose after they had denied her claim. In an arrest affidavit, the Lakeland Police Department said officers were contacted by the FBI on Tuesday, December 10th, regarding an alleged threat made over the phone. According to the arrest affidavit, Brianna Boston called the company regarding her claims, was denied, and then said, delay, deny, depose, you people are next. The affidavit noted the similarities between the incidents, stating that those words have become nationally recognized as a phrase directed against insurance companies. Wait, hold on. You know what's funny? It's almost word for word the tactics used by the insurance companies to fight legitimate claims. And where do you think Luigi Mangione got those words? Delay, deny, defend. So, nonetheless, she uses those words. I mean, I gave you the quote already, and then she gets charged with making terroristic threats. Boston was charged with threats to conduct a mass shooting or an act of terrorism. First off, wait, hold on here. Mangione did not do a mass shooting. He did an assassination. It was a murder. But that's not terrorism. But they're like, in Florida, threatening an insurance company is terrorism. I don't agree with that. So now the police went to her home, obviously, and checked it out. And she admitted to using those words during the call, telling detectives that, quote, healthcare companies played games and deserved karma from the world because they are evil. I can't disagree with that. I think she's 100% on that, especially when it comes to they are evil. Yes, they are. Boston, though, added that she does not own any firearms and was not a danger to anyone. Yeah. Based on Boston's statements, however, investigators said that they believe that she meant to threaten the insurance company, quote, by using the United Healthcare CEO's homicide to her advantage. Well, I mean, look, if these insurance companies can use whatever advantage they want, and after taking their money and then denying their care, I mean, turnabout should be fair play, isn't it? But apparently not. Look, here's the thing, though. I understand, like, okay, maybe you shouldn't threaten the people on the phone because they're not the ones setting the policy, right? And so, yeah, I don't agree with that. But I can understand getting very angry because they just denied her claim. That's how they make their money in the health insurance industry, by denying people's claims. And so, yeah, you're going to get a little mad about that. Now, she said, look, I saw this on TV. I saw this on the news. And I was like, okay, yeah. But when they followed up with her, they found that she doesn't own a gun. And she had told police, look, yeah, I said those things, but I'm not actually a danger to you. I'm not actually going to go out and do something like that. No, I was just mad. Unfortunately, Lakeland Police Chief Sam Taylor was not buying her story. He said, quote, she's been in this world long enough that she certainly should know better, and you can't make threats like that in the current environment that we live in and think that we're not going to follow up and put you in jail. In the current environment. Well, let's talk about the current environment for a second, right? Current environment is you can go out and get as many guns as you want, especially in Florida, okay? But you can't get health insurance if you can't afford it, okay? And even with health insurance, the companies can still deny you if you have a legitimate claim because they just don't feel like it. They don't feel like covering you. Oh, okay, so that's the current environment. And if you're mad about that and you say something vaguely threatening, well, then immediately, straight to jail, straight to jail. Whatever happened to the First Amendment? Whatever happened to that? Okay. Now, she readily admitted, according to Chief Taylor, yeah, that's exactly what I said, but I didn't mean anything by it. He then said, well, you don't get to pull that back after you say it. But insurance companies can pull back care even after you have been paying them for months. Their exorbitant premiums, they can pull back your care. And that's totally fine. So they just pull the rug out from under you when you need them, violating their entire stated purpose. Okay. Again, insurance companies sell you a lie. Basically, oh, don't worry, we're going to be there when you need them, when you need us. You know, that's why you pay us, so that if something happens, we will come in. We will cover a majority of that. Well, it turns out no, they lie about that. They pull the rug out from you when you need them the most. But apparently that's okay. Totally fine. No, what these companies do are worse than vague threats on the phone. Okay? These companies let people die, or they drain all their life savings and leave them destitute. Okay? That's what happens. But if you say that these companies are evil, the cops will come and lock you up. It's almost like these police, serve corporations and don't serve average people. Oh, wait, I have been saying that for quite some time. Okay. Now, again, here's the other thing, right? So women especially get threatened a lot, whether it be online or in person or on the phone. Talk to the cops if you're an average person going through that. And a lot of the times they're going to be like, nothing I can do. Sorry. But supposedly threaten an insurance company, and suddenly, oh, there's a lot that they can do. Oh, there's a ton they can do. Along with the so-called justice system. In fact, her attorney, Jim Headley, said to a judge during her first appearance, quote, my client is 42, married mother of 3, never had any criminal charges or convictions. May you release her on her own recognizances. That's just meaning like, hey, don't throw her in jail before the trial. So she's still going to get a trial. There are still charges that are being pressed. Okay. And so releasing her does not mean that you're letting her go free. You're just saying, oh, on your own recognizance. But apparently the judge was like, no, we need to set an example. They set her bond at $100,000. $100,000. Talk about overkill for a mother of 3. And the whole purpose, of course, is to keep her in prison to make an example of her. That's the problem. Here's what he said. I do find that the bond of $100,000 is appropriate considering the status of our country at this point. This woman with no record is apparently so much of a danger that they had to put her in jail with $100,000 bond. There are rapists in prison that get a lower bond amount than this woman. Chew on that for a minute. I mean, this is insane. This is insane. And by the way, it's not like she said, I'm going to come and do this. No, it said, she said that, delay, deny, depose. You people are next. That could easily be taken as a statement of fact if things don't change. All right. I mean, I'm worried that more and more people, and this is a legit concern here. Okay. I don't want more Luigi Mangionis to happen. Okay. I don't want people taking justice or the law into their own hands. I don't want that. And you shouldn't want that either. But that's why we need universal guaranteed health care. Okay. 68,000 Americans die every year because they either cannot afford insurance or they have insurance and can't afford to use it. That's insurance that they pay for every single month. According to a study published in the American Journal of Public Health last year, medical expenses and medical problems causing work loss contributed to 66.5% of bankruptcies. 2/3 of all bankruptcies in this country are for medical. That does not happen in other countries. All right. Tying healthcare to your job, that is an incredibly disastrous idea. And the result is you follow the rules, you work hard, you buy your insurance, you pay your premiums every month, you get sick, and then you think, well, that's okay. I mean, insurance will cover it. That's what it's for, right? And then they say, no, we're not going to cover that. They deny you. They tie you up on the phone for months on end while you're not getting the care that you need. And then you end up either going bankrupt or you die. More often than not, 2/3 of all bankruptcies are from medical issues. This is our system. We have a system of legalized violence. It is violence. As AOC recently told CBS, quote, I think for anyone who is confused or shocked or appalled, they need to understand that people interpret and feel and experience denied claims as an act of violence against them. Yeah, it is like an act of violence. Poverty is violence. No one wants this violence. No one wants this to happen. But they're not getting it. Okay? The people in power, people in charge, they're not understanding where the anger is coming from. They're not understanding that the system is broken for so many people, okay, that it leads to this kind of outrage. Their entire plan is not to change the system, it's to security up, and to go after mothers of 3 who happen to get a little angry on the phone. I mean, it's insane. Now, the response online, a lot of it is in favor of Brianna. In fact, Lindsay Ballant writes on X, 100K bond for this is legit chilling. They're so scared of an uprising. And she's right. They are evil. You should be able to say to a health insurance company to their face how evil they are and that they deserve the wrath that they're facing for being so evil. Wow. Now, there's an example, by the way, of health insurance companies being evil. According to ProPublica, leaked documents show that United Health is aggressively targeting the treatment of thousands of children with autism across the country in an effort to cut costs. Optum, whose parent company, United Health Group, earned $22 billion in net profit last year, is heavily investing in a plan to save millions of dollars by limiting access to this kind of care. Care for autistic children. They're like, we don't want to cover it because it costs us too much money. In addition to culling providers from the network, you're making them out of network, which effectively means that we're not going to pay for it. The company is scrutinizing the medical necessity of therapy for individual patients with rigorous clinical reviews, which can lead to denials of covered treatment. So what's more evil than making sure to deny autistic children care? That's pretty freaking evil. Now, more responses here. This is on X. The Deja King writes, they put her on jail on a 100K bond. She was sobbing in court and admitted to detectives she only heard delayed denied to pose on TV and was upset, so she said it. This feels like they're trying to send a message to the masses after Luigi, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Well, there are others who absolutely knew how they feel about it. One said, a 100K bond is absolutely a tyrannical display of power on the law's end. Not okay in the slightest. Another, real name hidden, writes, they're going to bully and make an example out of people who can't afford legal help. Forge naturally writes, they're trying to tell us peasants to stay in line or they will ruin our lives further. Another said, she's done nothing more than exercise her right to free speech. There was no threat there. Oligarchy trying to intimidate the general populace, it's going to backfire. Others have pointed out that this was an overreaction from the police state, and I actually agree with that. Because remember, police only really exist to protect the rich and powerful, not to protect suburban mothers of 3. All right? They will always take the side of giant corporations. You know why? Because, well, that's who runs this country. That's where the power is. The judge's own statement had reflected that. At the end of the day, the court system, police, they're just wanting to prevent the masses from getting a little too uppity and demanding that the government and the corporations actually start to work for our benefit instead of just their own. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.